Greetings. I want you to join me in welcome back to Samurai Shodown, Cham Cham. Cham Cham is a sneaky, versatile, ranged fighter whose primary objective is to annoy and frustrate the hell out of her opponent. As you can see, for starters, Cham Cham has a hunched over low profile and thus lowered hitbox stance, and well, her normal pokes, like her stand-in B or down B, also known as like 5B or 2B or like 5N, 2M, whatever the hell you're gonna call it. This has like decent ranger pokes, like there's like your A or like crouch K or down A. I mean, these ranges are kind of like average. However, any move that's a projectile, and yes, this includes her stand-in C, also known as her heavy slash, stand-in H, 5H. I mean, there's lots of different things. Her down C right here, or 2C. Like, look at the great range on these. These moves are projectiles, and it still does heavy damage. Because of the range of these moves, this makes the stand-in C or down C like really good zoning tools. These even complement her own projectile moves, such as the quarter circle slashes. Like, this is quarter circle forward C, or there's also quarter circle forward B or A. Any of the slash ones, they have different range. Watch out when you do the quarter circle forward C. Cham Cham does kind of fall over, so this has a larger recovery than doing, for instance, the quarter circle forward in B or the medium slash one. She also has anti-air version, which is just simply quarter circle back. There's the A option, which goes reasonably fast and is for people that like to jump at range. So this is a distance one. If you do quarter circle back B, then this one is for opponents that are more directly above you. And if you want a faster version, you have quarter circle back and C or H. See, this one comes out the fastest, but again, has a large recovery like the quarter circle forward C. But yeah, majority of Cham Cham's projectile moves are really great zoning tools. Greetings. I'm Force Nature, and I welcome you to Top Tier Tips. In this session, we're going to be taking a look at Tam Tam's little sister, the adorable Cham Cham. Remember, if you like this video, smash that like button. If you didn't like this video, just hit the like button anyway, and don't forget to subscribe for more juicy fighting game content. I also would like to take this moment to thank my premium top tier fighters for their continued support, which I always do appreciate. If you'd like to become a premium top tier fighter yourself, click on the Patreon link down below. If you have any trouble with fighting game notation, then check out this video here to help clear some light on the nature of how it operates. Generally, what you're going to be doing with Cham Cham is zoning your opponent out with moves such as quarter circle forward and B. You can also use a stand-in C or down C. If the opponent jumps at you, then end up using quarter circle back B. When you're ready to get in on your opponent, then Cham Cham's run speed is pretty good, and again, she low profiles. You can also try and mix up your opponent with her special stance, her forward quarter circle forward, also known as a DP motion or dragon punch motion, whatever you want to call it. This stance right here, there's 3 different options you can do out of it. So if you do the B option or the M option, then you get this mid hit right here. If you end up doing the A or C option, so the light or middle, then you get this throw, which I just pretty much whiffed right there. This move right here, then you just smack the hell out of your opponent. And the move you're going to use to probably annoy the hell out of the opponent the most is the K option out of this, which is a low. So you have a mid, a low, and a throw. The middle or B option has cross-up potential. The A or C options can hit crouching opponents that are blocking since it's a throw. However, the K option is a hit throw, so it can be blocked. Also, the throw option out of the forward quarter circle forward, also known as, this move is actually just called caught. This right here. If you do the light option or the A option, then it does make the throw a little easier to connect in, as opposed to trying like to line it up from around like mid-range, for instance, where the timing can be like a little bit pickier, whereas in close, I find that it's a little easier, though, of course, if you're doing it in close, the opponent may know to just simply like do a jump, but then that's when you can kind of end up mixing them up with like the mid option or something like that. If you see an opportunity to whiff punish your opponent and you want to advance on them, then use the quarter circle forward K, which gives you a knockdown and allows you to get an opportunity to apply Oki on them while also basically pressing them back. If you basically just want to whiff punish while not advancing, then just use either the stand-in C option or the any of the quarter circle slash projectile moves. Your air-to-air option will usually be jump B. Your cross-up option will be your K option, along with forward quarter circle forward B. Quarter circle back B or C will be your anti-air if you don't want to just simply do an air-to-air. In close range combat, you're going to utilize your A, down A, standing K is okay, and down K is good. To deal more damage, you can do standing B, then connect with quarter circle forward K. You can also just use your close range standing C, 5C, but take note that this move does leave you, well, it's very unsafe like most heavy slash moves compared to, say, the standing B, which doesn't cause yourself to recoil as much since it's a projectile. For mid-range, here you're going to be poking with your standing C or your down C. You can also use quarter circle forward in A, or you can also use down C also from around mid-range. If the opponent carelessly whiffs anything in front of you, then you can try and whiff punish them with your quarter circle forward K for the knockback, the knockdown, and the Oki opportunity. And if the opponent's off balance, then you can try and mix them up with the caught stance B or the caught stance K for a mid or low mix-up. And when I say mid, I really mean overhead. And this is to go along with your other overhead options like your universal overhead with B plus C, or doing something like jump C. At long range, you have to decide whether you want to try and rush down your opponent or just play keep out. If you're going to play keep out, then moves like quarter circle forward B or quarter circle forward C, or even just doing like crouch C or stand in C, or basically any of the projectile moves are good. And of course, as soon as the opponent jumps, then you hit them with like one of the quarter circle back slash moves. If you want to get it on your opponent, then what you're going to do is look for an opportunity to try and whiff punish something with quarter circle forward K. Like this move has a tremendous amount of range. It knocks the opponent back, and it's a really good move also for knocking the opponent into a corner. And if the opponent is a bit like off balance, then you can try and use like the forward quarter circle forward, the B option, so the middle one, and try and sneak in like one of the options. But of course, this move can get really telegraphed. Like it's basically very similar to Cammy's hooligan combination move. Though always keep in mind that the C options of the special moves tend to have a lot of recovery. Cham Cham's supers complement her keep out ranged fighting style. For instance, her weapon flip technique, so her quarter circle forward B plus C. See, this move can go across the screen and has like a massive hitbox. I mean, look how far this goes. You could pick the opponent out of the air with it. I mean, her boomerang just becomes like a really massive weapon of destruction here. So I mean, this is a really dangerous weapon flip technique, which is basically like you can use it as essentially as like a more advanced whiff punisher over her quarter circle forward K. Cham Cham's super special move, so the forward half circle forward K plus C or D plus C. This move it basically goes across the screen, and then like as you see right there, Cham Cham just simply runs at their opponent. And remember, you normally can only do this once in the match, but I set it to infinite. However, it's slower than the weapon flip technique. So if you can't just simply chuck this out across the screen, because it's highly telegraphed, where the weapon flip technique does come out, has a larger hitbox, and does come out faster. So if you just chuck this out, the opponent will just easily avoid it, since it's basically the same as like her just kind of running at her opponent. However, because of its range, it's can be a really dangerous whiff punisher. And just for kicks, here's the Eason. So kawaii! Off of throws, Cham Cham doesn't really get much. For instance, in like open space with a forward throw, you could do a down beat and quarter circle forward K. In a corner, you could just do a normal standing close range C. You can also do standing B into quarter circle forward K. Off of the back throw, you can either do down C or the same down B, quarter circle forward K connects, and you can also connect a weapon flip technique off of it. Alright, now a couple of special tidbits with regards to Cham Cham. Alright, a couple of her special moves can be performed without the boomerang. So basically her two boomerang toss moves, quarter circle forward and slash, or quarter circle back and slash, obviously require the weapon. But the forward quarter circle forward caught special move, or the quarter circle forward K, the powerful pounce move, these moves can be done without your weapon. Although, well, the B option's a lot weaker, but the K option is still pretty strong, and the where is it? And the A option is still strong, And with regards to the quarter circle forward K, this one is still quite strong also. And another thing with Cham Cham, she has the ability to jump off the wall. So you just do up back towards the screen, then press up forward towards the screen, and then you'll jump off the wall. Or the screen. Also, if you're fighting around the edge of mid to long range, you can also try and sneak in the forward kick. The slide kick move right here, the same as Cham Cham's down forward and kick, which that one does knock down. However, her forward kick does not knock down the opponent. And now I want to go over something that's new to patch 2.1, or basically new for Season 3, is the guard crush. So if you get the opponent to block enough attacks, such as I'm using quarter circle forward B right now, and with also a B right there, you see the opponent's flashing red. So if I end up using a heavy slash, I end up causing a guard crush on the opponent. The thing that's kind of interesting about Cham Cham is that her stand-in C is a lot of range. So you can actually break the guard from like pretty far away. And still punish with an SSM. So, I mean, that's a pretty dangerous guard crushing maneuver because her stand-in C or 5C goes so far. If you don't have your SSM available and still want to get a guard crush, then just use the same combo that you do off a throw. Down B into quarter circle forward K. I want to thank you guys for watching my little Cham Cham guide. Remember, if you like this video, smash that like button. If you didn't like this video, just hit the like button even harder, and don't forget to subscribe for more juicy fighting game content. I also want to take this moment to thank my premium top tier fighters again, which I always do appreciate your guys' support. If you'd like to become a premium top tier fighter yourself, click on the Patreon link down below. This video is endorsed by Smart Esports and Trollcoin. Anyways, if you have any questions about anything in this guide, then let me know in the comments down below. This is Force Nature signing off. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time on Top Tier Tips.